Hey, good morning. Anybody live? Anybody watching? I'm really intrigued by this idea that, when improvising, as somebody who has loved improvisation, making things up on the fly, the idea of the cross-section between the things that you learned that are mind-based and things that you learn that just happen in the moment, and that where you're following your ear. And somebody recently said, "Hey, Will, did you know there's 8 triads within the diminished scale?" So this scale, and rather than just running up and down the scale, what if you approached the diminished idea from the triads within it? And I thought, well, that seems more like a brainy approach once again, as opposed to an ear approach. But in some ways, you can start from the cerebral approach and work your way back to the ear. Because after all, if you play an instrument, you have to deal with certain technical things about that instrument to improvise. So what if you practice the triads and you got to the point where you could let go? Maybe your ear would start hearing things that you started off practicing with just the concept. So I haven't actually done this before, but if you look, again, if I take the diminished scale, let's just say the C diminished or C octatonic scale, you've got C major, C minor, you've got E flat major, E flat minor, you've got F sharp minor, or F sharp major, F sharp minor, you got A and A minor. What could you do with that to create some interesting melodic ideas? And of course, this is all up to taste, right? So that's what I'm going to be practicing on the violin, but it's kind of cool to hear it over a dominant 7th chord. For you musicians out there, what could I create? So those are just using triads in the diminished. And for you non-musicians out there, what does that sound like? Rather than just going up and down the scale like this, which kind of projects the, I'm playing a diminished scale now. What do you think? That's going up and down the scale. So if I were to say, take that same idea with a major scale, if I were just playing. Okay, so it's back to the diminished. So here's an E flat minor over a C7. Does that sound less projecting the diminished thing than, say, this? Let's see. That's sort of the playing the diminished scale, and this is the sort of doing the triadic thing. So if I'm playing a C7 on the left hand, so let's say I start off with an A triad. Anyway, do you have any opinions on this? That's what I'm going to be practicing for the next 30 minutes. Check you guys later. Bye.